we're going to make a Keto Pavlova for my birthday, so hopefully this is the first time, but we'll go through the steps we need to go through. So we've got the olive oil, but it's just to spray the cake tin with. If you have a cheesecake one, it would be a lot easier because the pavlova is going to need to slide out, so we're just going to spray around the sides. You need eggs at room temperature, cream of tartar, vanilla essence, sweetener, and a little bit of vinegar. Alright, so, and of course your beater. So we're going to go ahead and start this pavlova. Okay, I've decided to swap this out because it's a lot finer, and in a pavlova you need a sugar-like crystals. So I've decided to swap it out for this, so we'll be putting half a cup of this in instead of that sweetener there. Okay, so we've separated 6 eggs. Here's your whites, and there's your... Alright, so now we're going to beat that. Okay, you need to keep on beating. We want it to be really stiff peaks, and it's going to take a while. But once it gets to this stage, that's when you can start adding the stevia bit by bit. Alright, so this is halfway. It does take a long time, but we need it to be really stiff peaks. So you got to keep on going, just keep beating and beating. Alright, so you want the peaks to be really thick, and so you can hold the bowl pretty much upside down and on a head, and nothing will come out, but please don't try that. But you can tip it upside down and nothing will come out because it is formed into very thick peaks. So now we're going to add the vanilla and some cream of tartar, some vinegar, and just half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. If you don't have xanthan gum, then don't worry about it because the pavlova will still turn out perfectly fine. We're just putting a tiny small amount in because the recipe asks for it. Alright, so we'll put in the vinegar. So 1 teaspoon of vinegar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence.
Are you sure?
Yes. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of your cream of tartar. And then the xanthan gum, I would do the same, just 1/4 of a very small amount. Yep, that's perfect. So mix that up, and then as you're beating, we're going to pour that in again. And there you go, so just pour that in. Pavlova. So that once that's fully mixed in, it's ready to put in a cake tin. Now in our cake tin, I have decided to put a little bit of baking paper on the bottom, but I have sprayed the sides just to make it easier to come out, just for a safety caution. Alright, so don't forget to preheat your oven beforehand, that's really important, to 200. Put your pavlova in once it's warmed until it goes light brown, and then turn the oven down to about 100. Or actually, if it's brown enough, if it's dark brown, turn the oven off so that the pavlova will just keep on cooking, but leave it in the warmth. Right, so you want to spread it around. It doesn't matter if you have that little bit of a lump in the middle because you want it to be higher in the middle. And just spread it around to the sides as much as you can. And then we're going to put it in the oven. And don't forget, when you turn the oven off, to leave it in the oven. No one open the door, and just leave it in there so it can keep on rising. But it just needs to cool off in the oven so that it doesn't go flat. So we're going to put that in and wait till it goes brown. Alright, so it's starting to brown. It browns really quickly. Turn it down to 100 so it's going to cook that little bit slower before you turn it off. Alright, let's check the oven for this pavlova. So that's looking brown now, so we're going to turn that off. And we're going to let it sit for a while. So now just let it sit off, and we'll leave that shut at least for half an hour. There you go, beautiful pavlova. There'll be pictures to come where it's full of whipped cream on the top and decorations. Yummy. Have it, the perfect keto pavlova. So we've just used a whole bottle of cream and whipped a small bottle and whipped that up. Put it all over the top, and a punnet of strawberries. So that is just Looks delicious. So now we're going to cut it open and have a look. And there it is. Perfect, nice and spongy. Delicious piece of pavlova. And we've also made some strawberry ice cream to go with that. Keto strawberry ice cream, which I will also add the video up later. So that is a birthday treat right there.